Hi, for my hypnosis number 2, I decided to go with module number 9, which is workplace risk. I found a really cool case that is called Harris versus Forklift System. Forklift System is a rental equipment company that was sued by a former manager. Her name is Teresa Harris. She decided to sue the president, Charles Hardy, for sexual harassment. He was a very discriminatory person against women. He would make uncomfortable and sexual comments about Teresa and her women co-workers, like if she needed to, in order to be successful, if she needed to do sexual favors, or comments about her clothing or her body, or even he would ask ladies to come grab pocket coins from his pockets. So comments that were very inappropriate for a professional setting. So she was done, decided to talk to him and say, hey, Mr. Harvey, I do not tolerate these comments. I don't like this. I feel very uncomfortable. I need you to please stop. He apologized, said, hey, I was just joking. I am so sorry. It would never happen again. A month later, he just went back to his old self and started being discriminatory and offensive again with his comments. Teresa was done, grabbed her last check and walked away from there, quit her job. But that wasn't enough for her. She felt like she needed to speak up for herself and went and took the case to the Supreme Court. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court decided that this case was a closed case because there wasn't any physical harm done. Very disappointed, but still wanting to fight, she appealed the case, and with the Employee Opportunity Commission was able to fight again, basing herself on the 1964 Civil Rights Act that says, and I'm going to read, an unlawful employment practice for employer to discriminate against any individual with respect to his compensation, terms, conditions, or privilege of employment because of such individual's race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. With this act, they were able to explain that even though there wasn't any physical damage done, he didn't rape her, he didn't touch her, there was a psychological damage done. She could not do her job right. She could not be efficient because she was mistreated and she was hurting inside. In 1993, November 1993, Mr. Harvis was found guilty and she won the case. This is a very important case. This is a very important topic, especially for us, the minority. As you can tell, I'm an immigrant. I was born and raised in South America, and as immigrants, we get to see this a lot. However, there is a lot of uneducated people out there, and sometimes there are comments that are inappropriate, but we need to be tolerant. That line needs to be very thin, and we need to be careful with that. Why? I'm going to give you a good example. Again, I was born and raised in Colombia. Sure enough, when I explained that I'm from Colombia, the first thing that people that comes to their heads is, oh, is your dad a drug dealer? Do you sell drugs? Do you do drugs? Well, no, and it's very offensive. However, I can either take it offensive, get mad, talk to HR, or I could just easily joke a little bit about it and turn around and say, hey, I am not. However, here are 3 things that you can learn about my country today and expand a little bit your knowledge. And that's what I personally do. However, if those comments become more offensive to the point where I start feeling like I'm hurting inside, then that's when things just go to another level, and that's when we just I personally just don't let it go. I would probably just talk to HR or someone else to that point. So in my professional setting, I'm gonna have to deal with this probably my entire life, only because I'm a foreign. But at the same time, I feel like it's my responsibility to teach others how to treat me being a little different, and then show respect to others. Doesn't matter what their race or their color or their sexual preferences. I need to be the first one respecting others, to being able to ask for respect. So if I am fair with others, that then the environment around me, it's going to be better, and it's going to help everyone. And it's not going to be like Teresa's job, that she just feel miserable having to deal with Mr. Harvey harassing her all the time. It's going to be a place where you can be safe, and where you can be yourself, and where you can enjoy doing your daily duties. That's all I gotta say about my Synopsis number 2. I hope you enjoy my video and my paper, and see you next time. Thanks.